There is a $180 telescope on a shelf at Costco right now, and a $330 Dobsonian sitting in a warehouse you have never heard of. The Costco scope will be in a closet by March. The Dobsonian will show you Saturn's rings the first night you carry it outside. That's $150 of difference. The company selling the bad one probably spends more than that per unit on advertising alone. Today, I'm counting down 5 telescope brands that quietly kill this hobby for beginners, plus 3 that actually earn your money. If you're new here, this channel exists to stop you from wasting cash on stuff like this. Subscribe if that sounds useful. First, some context. Most first telescopes get abandoned within a few months. Not because space got boring. Saturn didn't stop being Saturn. It's because certain brands ship scopes on tripods that shake like a wet dog, in boxes screaming 600 times power. A number that means nothing, and we will get to why. 3 bad nights and the thing becomes a coat rack. An expensive one. Worst offender first. Number 5. G-Skier. Search telescope on Amazon and this is one of the first things that comes up, with thousands of 5-star reviews. Here's the problem with those reviews. Almost everyone was written by someone who's never looked through a good telescope in their life. They saw the moon once, got excited, left 5 stars, and quit the hobby a month later. What the listing photos never show you is the tripod, a flimsy aluminum thing that turns every star into a jitterbug the second you touch the focuser. Breathe near it and Jupiter dances. Plastic eyepieces, plastic finder scope. You're buying a photo of a telescope and the photo is doing all the work. Number 4. National Geographic. This one stings because the name feels safe. Grandparents buy these for Christmas specifically for that yellow rectangle on the box. But here's what almost nobody knows. National Geographic doesn't build telescopes. It rents its logo out, and the licensed factories stamp it on hardware that also ships under 3 or 4 other names for less money. Same $60 optics, same wobbly mount, different sticker. You are paying a trust premium to a magazine, and the kid unwrapping it on Christmas morning pays the real price when the moon looks like a smudge. Number 3. Tasco. If you are over 50, you might remember when Tasco meant something. In the 1970s, they sold decent little scopes. That company is gone. The name got sold and now it gets stamped on department store scopes with 450 times magnification printed right on the box. Quick reality check, because this one fact will protect you forever. A telescope's useful magnification tops out around 50 times per inch of aperture, the width of the main lens or mirror. A 60mm Tasco has about 2 1/3 inches. That is maybe 120 times on a perfect night. So 450 times is not optimistic, it is physically impossible. Aperture is the only number on the box that matters because aperture is how much light you collect, and light is the whole game. Any brand leading with magnification is telling you, in writing, that it thinks you do not know that. Number 2. Barska. Barska actually makes acceptable spotting scopes for birdwatchers and hunters. Astronomy is their side hustle, and it shows. Their scopes ship with erect image diagonals, prisms that flip the view right side up so you can watch deer. Those prisms eat light and smear detail. That's fine at 30 times on a hillside. It's a real problem at 100 times on Saturn. The mounts can't hold steady at that power either, and they sell mostly through discount sites and daily deal pages, the kind of storefronts where a return request goes into a void. Cloudy Nights, the biggest astronomy forum on the internet, has whole threads warning people off. Nobody defends them. That silence tells you plenty. Number 1. Meade. This one's the heartbreaker, because Meade was genuinely great. For 40 years, if an American amateur owned a serious telescope, decent odds it said Meade on the tube. Then came bankruptcy in 2019, a sale to Orion's parent company, and in the summer of 2024, the whole thing collapsed. Orion and Meade shut down together. Warranty claims went unanswered. Parts vanished. The websites went dark. So here's the trap in 2026. Used Meades look like bargains everywhere, and the optics on many of them really are good. But if the electronics die on a computerized Meade, and those go-to mounts were failure-prone even in the good years, there is no company to call and no parts to buy. you'd own an orphan. A beautiful, dead orphan. Quick pause before the good half of this list. No telescope company sponsors this channel, and none of those 5 brands sent me anything. Every pick here comes down to 3 checks you can run yourself. 1. Aperture per dollar. How many inches of light gathering does the money buy? 2. Mount before electronics. A steady $50 mount beats a shaky computerized one every single time. 3. Ask actual astronomers. Go to cloudy nights, search the model, and read what people who observe every week think. 5 minutes there beats 500 Amazon reviews. Run those checks and you're basically upsell-proof. Now, the brands worth buying. Worth it, number 3, Skywatcher. Open secret. Skywatcher's parent company, Cinta, grinds optics for a huge chunk of this industry, including brands that charge way more for the same glass. Skywatcher is the factory, selling to you almost directly. Their 6-inch Dobsonian runs around $330 and will show you Saturn's rings, Jupiter's cloud bands, and the Orion Nebula without a single battery. Their refractors punch way above their price too. And when something breaks, there is an actual US office in California that answers email and honors the warranty. Boring, solid, and exactly what a first scope should be. Worth it, number 2, Aperture, specifically the AD8 Dobsonian. Ask 100 experienced amateurs to name the best value in astronomy, and you will hear this scope until you are sick of it. 8 inches of aperture for around $650. That is galaxy territory. And Aperture throws in the stuff other brands nickel and dime you on. A real 2-speed focuser, a quality wide-angle eyepiece, a laser-ready collimation setup, a cooling fan for the mirror. Buy a competitor's bare 8-inch and add those pieces yourself, and you are out another $150. No computer, no motors. Just a big, honest light bucket that will still work in 30 years. Worth it, number 1. And here's the twist. Celestron. Yes, Celestron. The same company whose cheap power seeker line belongs on the first half of this list, right next to the Tasco. Skip those entirely. But their StarSense Explorer scopes solve the thing that actually kills beginners, and it was never the optics. It's that on night 1, you can't find anything. The sky is huge, the finder scope is confusing, and after 40 minutes of hunting for Andromeda, you give up and go inside. StarSense fixes this with a phone dock. The app reads the stars through a little mirror, figures out exactly where the scope is pointed, and walks you to any target with on-screen arrows. The StarSense DX102 runs about $480, and it turns night 1 from 40 minutes of frustration into an actual tour of the sky. Same company, 2 philosophies. One sells specs on a box, the other solves your real problem. So here's the pattern across all 8 brands. Your money goes one of 2 places. Either it pays for a logo, an ad budget, and a fake number printed on a wobbly tripod, or it pays for glass and mount that will outlast your car. The bad scopes cost less on the shelf and way more per hour you actually enjoy them, because that closet scope works out to about $180 per use. Tell me in the comments what your first telescope was. Did it hook you, or is it holding up coats right now? I read those, and honestly, the horror stories help the next beginner more than anything I say. And if this saved you from grabbing the shiny box at the big box store, stick around and subscribe, because there's a lot more gear out there pretending to be better than it is.